Ouch. That's definitely not what you want to be saying at the end of your rides. You want your bike to be able to handle going over rougher terrains, especially at faster speeds, and provide that comfort so when you finish riding, you're not aching and sore all over the place. How does the Domane do with this? Let's find out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I want to get into the Domane and the comfort level that it provides. I've said it before that I believe this is the bike the majority of us should be riding. I think just the overall balance of the things that it provides with the speed and the comfort is just the perfect blend for the majority of riders. Now, before I get into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to you all for clicking on this video and watching and subscribing. Not only this video, but all the videos. The support that I get, the appreciation is really a big motivator and big inspiration for me to do these videos. And again, without that support, I wouldn't have the motivation to do it. You guys keep pushing me to make more, and I appreciate that. So as we get into it, I've written 50 miles, 75 miles, 100-mile rides, and as you get into it and get into those higher miles, that's when you really start to feel it and you really start to depend on that comfort. Riding 100 miles but then not being able to walk for a week, and more importantly, not being able to ride for a week because you're sore or in pain, you would have been better off just riding a shorter distance. That way you can keep your consistency up. So the big thing with the comfort level of the Domane is being able to ride long distances and jump back on your bike relatively quick to continue your riding and your consistency. Especially, as you get into it more and more, it becomes so addictive. You just want to keep riding and keep riding, and it's nothing worse than not being able to ride because your back is sore from the ride, or your body just beat up from the ride. One of the ways the Domane does this is with the ISO speed in the front and the rear, and it's there to absorb the impact that your body would be absorbing if it wasn't there. However, it does still allow for plenty of stiffness in the frame, so if you're putting down wattage, whether you're in or out of the saddle, it'll respond very well, because we want the bike absorbing that impact, not your hands or your shoulders or the middle of your back, which would be if it wasn't there. Along with that, the Domane has a more relaxed geometry, so you're more upright, and that puts a lot less strain on your lower back. Now, we see these professional riders, and they have the very aggressive stance, or the bikes that are very aggressive, whether you're professional or not. And the thing with those is, if you're riding, especially for longer distances, it really puts a strain on your back, especially if you're not used to that super aggressive positioning. And we see a lot of professionals that ride that way for longer miles. The difference is, they've been used to that and they've been accustomed to that for years and years. They have years of training in that position, and on top of that, they have professional, trainers that stretch them and massage them after the ride, to be able to sustain that positioning for the duration that they do. Because not all pain is created equally. You want to feel pain, or I guess a better word is the burn, from your workout, not from the position of your bike. You want your thighs to be feeling tight or sore, or your calves, because you push them to new levels. What you don't want is your lower back to be hurting or in pain because you were in a position for too long that now you can't even stand up straight or even continue to ride your bike. And this is important, especially for the people that get into the sport for fitness or weight loss. You want to be consistent. You don't want to not be able to go out and ride, and then you lose that kind of consistency and that routine and that rhythm that you have going on, and then that throws off your motivation, and then you start to slack and not get out there as much until you ultimately end up not doing it. You want to be able to keep that rhythm going, keep that momentum going. You came out here, you know, brought yourself out and told yourself you're going to lose weight, or get fit, or get better, or ride longer distances, or whatever the goal was that you set when you started to ride. You want to be able to maintain that and keep that up, and not have an element like back pain hinder you from doing that. And last thing I'll mention before I end this video is tire size. Now, I think the way that the bike comes with the 32C tires, it already has like the perfect balance of comfort and still be fast enough. However, if you do wish to have more comfort, or you want a bigger tire for more off-roading, it can accommodate that. So putting a bigger tire on the Domane will give you even more comfort than it has already on the stock 32C tires. So when you combine everything, again, this is why I keep saying, I said it in the beginning, I said in other videos, and I'll say it again, the Domane is the bike the majority of us should be riding, because it's just so flexible and you can do so much with it. So with that being said, I think the Domane speaks for itself. Just the overall package it provides. You're able to complete your rides and not look like you just walked away from a car accident after you finish riding. And when you combine that with all the other elements, it just makes for the perfect balance and perfect ride. Well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope y'all found it helpful. I try to share as much information as I can to help as many people as I can and spread as much knowledge as I can. If you enjoyed this video, I would encourage you to subscribe. And until next time, I'll talk to y'all soon.